Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Jada jada hi dharmasya glani bhavati bharata abbutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamam. When God comes or His representative comes, His servant comes or His son comes, there is necessity. Because it is God's kingdom. As soon as there is too much violation of the laws of God, there will be appearance of God. So, in the present age, this Harinam, Krishna, Krishna has descended at the present moment in the incarnation of His holy name, Kolikale Nam Rupe. In other ages, God comes to kill the demons. But if God takes the killing process, of course at last, when Kalki incarnation will come, that is of course long, long after. But at the present moment, God is compassionate, taking consideration of the people's most fallen condition. There is no process of killing, but reclaiming them simply by this chanting process. We should take it seriously that this movement, Krishna consciousness movement, is also incarnation of God. In the simple form, holy name, and people may take advantage simply by chanting. Go on, the purport.
The word Sri Jami, manifest, is significant herein. Sri Jami cannot be used in the sense of creation because, according to the previous verse, there is no creation of the Lord's form or body, since all of the forms are eternally existent. Therefore, Sri Jami means that the Lord manifests Himself as He is. Although the Lord appears on schedule, namely at the end of the Dwapara Yuga, of the 28th millennium of the 8th Manu, in one day of Brahma, still He has no obligation to adhere to such rules and regulations, because He is completely free to act many ways at His will. He therefore appears by His own will whenever there is a predominance of irreligion and a disappearance of true religion. Principles of religion are laid down in the Vedas, and any discrepancy in the matter of properly executing the rules of the Vedas makes one irreligious. In the Bhagavatam, we find that such principles of religion are the laws of the Lord. Only the Lord can manufacture a
Yes,
system of religion.
here is a reference of Bhagavatam. In the Bhagavatam, it is said, Dharmantu Shakshad Bhagavat Pranit. The religion is the, I would say, order or regulation given by God. Just like the state gives you some regulation. The same example, that keep to the right. This regulation is given by the state. You cannot give such regulation. You cannot say, no, why keep to the left? Keep to the right. Let me keep to the left. I give this law. Your law will not be accepted. The state laws will be accepted. Similarly, nobody can manufacture a religious process. That is nonsense. If somebody says that I am introducing this religious process, that is nonsense. Nobody will be interested. But if God gives you law, just like the state gives you law, one has to accept. So religion means to accept the order of God. That is religion. And who can accept the order of law? A God. When there is exactly a relationship, just like you have got relationship with the state, you are a citizen of American government, so you, out of love of your country, out of your obligation, you abide by the law. Similarly, religion can be performed by a person who has full conception of God. Without God, religion is a farce. That is not religion. Religion means you must have obligation to God, you must have clear conception of God. That is God. And that relationship is based on love, just like father and child. What is the relationship between the child? There are hundreds of thousands of children in the street. Why you are interested with your own children? Because there is love. Similarly, religion means love of God. And irreligion means forgetfulness of God. That's all. Religion does not mean to follow some ritualistic process. That helps us to approach, but they are not, I am to say, primal necessity. That ritualistic process may be different. Hindus may be following a different kind of ritualistic process. The Christian may be following a different kind of ritualistic process. That does not matter. Just like the same example, your relationship with the state. You Americans, you follow the state laws, keep the car right, keep right. In India and in England I have seen also, keep to the left. So the process may be different, but the actual obedience to the state is there, either in India or in America or in England or everywhere. Similarly, religion means love of Godhead. Now that love of Godhead you may learn under certain process, I may learn under certain process, just like love between boys and girls may be different from India to America. In India, there is still no young man can mix freely with a young girl, but still there is love. So process may be different, but we have to accept the basic principle. Basic principle is love of God. That is religion. Don't bother about the ritualistic process. Just try to see how much you are increasing your love of God. Then you are religious. That's all. That is Bhagavad. Srimad Bhagavad says, Savai pungsa paro dharma jato bhakti radhokhaji. That is first class religion. What is that? Where love of God is enthused. That is first class religion. And if you follow ritualistic processes and your love of Godhead is gone to hell, your love of materialistic life or love of this world is increasing. Love of sense gratification is increasing. That is not religion. That is not religion. test of religion is how much you are increasing your love of God. So, here it is said, whenever and wherever there is decline in religion practice. What is the religion practice? The religion practice is whenever there is decline of love of God. That's all. When people becomes lover of mammon, matter, that means decline of religion. And when people increase love of Godhead, that means real religion. So Krishna comes, or Krishna's servant or representative comes, to adjust things. When people forget love of Godhead, somebody, either Krishna, God himself or his representative comes to adjust things. So this Krishna consciousness movement is incarnation. They are teaching love of Godhead. We are not teaching some ritualistic process that you become Hindu, you become Christian, you become Mohammedan. We are simply teaching you try to love God. You have forgotten love, you have declared God is dead. These are all nonsense. God is there, you are here, you are suffering because you have forgotten God. You try to love God, your normal life will come back, you will be happy. This is Krishna consciousness. There is nothing artificiality. So there is no question of sectarianism. That is, in this temple, the Christians will come or the Mohammedans will not come. Anyone. Because we are teaching what? Teaching love of God. Either you become Christian or Mohammedan, Hindu, how you can deny God? Those who are denying God, their case is different. But one who is accepting God as the central figure in religion, how they can deny this movement? Because we are teaching love of God. That's all. Yeah.
Only the Lord can manufacture a system of religion. The Vedas are also accepted as originally spoken by the Lord himself to Rama from within his heart. Therefore, the principles of religion are the direct orders of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. These principles are clearly indicated throughout the Bhagavad Gita. The purpose of the Vedas is to establish such principles under the order of the Supreme Lord. And the Lord directly orders at the end of the Bhagavad Gita that the highest principle of religion is to surrender unto him only, and nothing more. The Vedic principles are to push one toward complete surrender unto him. And whenever such principles are disturbed by the demons, the Lord appears. From the Bhagavatam we understand that Lord Buddha is the incarnation of Krishna, who appeared when materialism was rampant and materialists were using the pretext of the authority of the Vedas. Although there are certain restrictive rules and regulations regarding animal sacrifice for particular purposes in the Vedas, people of demonic tendency still took to animal sacrifice without reference to the Vedic principles. Lord Buddha appeared...
Just like still animal sacrifice, not only the followers of Vedas, every religion, animal is killed or sacrificed under certain religious rituals. In the lower stage, in the higher stage, there is no such animal sacrifice. Just like this Krishna consciousness movement, there is no ritualistic process as animal sacrifice. But the Vedas, they will include everyone. Suppose one is addicted to fish eating or meat eating, so the Vedas do not reject him also. He gives him direction that you all right, you can eat meat, but not you can start slaughterhouse. You can sacrifice one goat in the presence of goddess Kali, and then you can eat. That means restriction. Goddess Kali cannot be worshipped daily. So at least he is forbidden to eat daily meat. That is the idea. Just like liquor shop is allowed by the government because there are drunkards, they must drink, but under restriction. You cannot keep liquor or wines more than the necessity. There is restriction. In India especially there is very strict restriction. So similarly, the Vedic principle is the restrict sense gratification under certain rules and regulations. So the animal sacrifice is also restricted in that way. But when people become too much animal eater and simply giving the evidence of Vedas, that the Vedas it is sanctioned, but without caring for the ritualistic process, at that time Lord Buddha appeared. It is said about Lord Buddha that Sadaya Hridaya Darsita Pasu Ghatam. The Lord appeared as Lord Buddha, being compassionate on the poor animals, unrestricted. So this animal killing, no religion sanctions. In your Christian religion also, it is clearly stated, thou shalt not kill. But who is caring for that? Nobody is caring. They are killing. Their killing process is increasing. And there is reaction also. Every 10 years you will find one war, killing process upon you. How you can avoid? There must be reaction. You cannot violate the laws of God, as you cannot violate the laws of state. Similarly, if you violate, you have to suffer. You cannot expect peace and go on killing animals. That is not possible. If you want peace, then you must think for others also. That is Krishna consciousness. That is God consciousness. How you can kill another animal? He is also as good a child of God. A father has got a dozen of children. It may be one is useless, but that does not mean father will allow to be killed. Allow him to be killed. If the very intelligent child says, my dear father, this son is useless, let me kill him. The father will sanction? No, never. Similarly, the animal may be less intelligent, they cannot make protest. They are also nationals. What do you mean by national? One who is born in America is national. And the animals are not born in America. Are they not American nationals? But because they cannot make protest, they cannot make meeting, you are clearly killing them. You see? Is that humanity? And you expect peace? That is not possible. Violation of God, laws of God. One has to suffer, today or tomorrow. Today or tomorrow. Just like if you contaminate some disease germ, it may not be manifest immediately, but it will act someday. Similarly, if we contaminate sinful activities, it may not be immediately manifest, but you must wait for the reaction. So, Krishna consciousness means to understand these things. It is not a bogus propaganda that you meditate 15 minutes and you become God. Nonsense. This is not such a movement. You have to understand your constitutional position. You have to understand what is God, what is law of God, how it is functioning. These are meant for human study. They are not meant for animals. So, when there are discrepancies of this violation of law, or there is incarnation of God. The Lord Buddha appeared in that way, yes.
Therefore, each and every avatar or incarnation of the Lord has a particular mission, and they are all described in the revealed scriptures. Nobody can be accepted as an avatar without reference to such scriptural indications. It is not a fact that the Lord appears only on Indian soil. He can advent himself anywhere and everywhere, and whenever he desires to appear. In each and every incarnation, he speaks as much about religion as can be understood by the particular people under their particular circumstances. But the mission is the same, to lead people to God consciousness and obedience to the principles of religion. Sometimes he descends personally, and sometimes he sends his bona fide representative in the form of his son or servant.
So there are some protagonists. They say that God cannot come personally. Why? Why God should be restricted? Is God under your regulation or restriction? Then what kind of God is? Yes, God can come personally out of his compassion. That is possible, yes. And he comes. He says here in this verse that I come. But it is not that somebody will imitate and he will say that I am God. No, that also not. You have to test, actually. That test, if you have got, if you are conversant with the principles of God appearance, disappearance, incarnation, then you can understand who is a pretender and who is actually the representative of God. By action. There are, just like Krishna is accepted as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. By his actions, wonderful actions. Not that he pretended and cheated some people that I am God. Actually, from the beginning of his appearance, he played, I mean to say, uncommon activities. Just like at the age of 7 years old, he lifted the Govardhan hill. There are so many instances. If you read Srimad Bhagavatam, Life of Krishna in the 10th canto, there is description. And in the battle of Kurukshetra, the Bhagavad Gita. So by his activities, by his knowledge, by his opulence, everything is there. Nobody is supposed to be cheated by a pretender if he is actually intelligent. Hare Krishna.